What is up, guys? Welcome back to my review channel, guys. Today I'm going to be doing a spark plug removal and reinstall on my Honda Acura Accord Euro. First things first, you will need your sockets obviously to use it. So you obviously need a 10mm socket with an extension with a ratchet as well to remove the screws on the spark plugs and the covers. You will need a 5/8 socket as well, and the extension as well for the spark plug, so you can remove that. And you will need something to remove the spark plug itself because it is deep. So you can obviously buy a spark plug tool to remove it, but what I've found is the best thing that you can find around your house anywhere in abundance is basically the hoses from your watering hose. So first things first, you need to remove the 4 screws holding down the spark plug cover to unreveal the spark plugs themselves. So these will require a 10mm socket to remove the 10mm bolts. So there will be 4 of them. So underneath those 4, underneath the spark plug cover, you will find another 4 screws, which are also going to be 10mm. 2 of them will be fine using the same socket ratchet, but 2 of them will be a deep socket, so you will require a longer or a deeper socket. If you don't have a longer or deeper socket, you can use a spanner or a ratcheting spanner to remove it as well. So with my particular cover, the 10mm was actually stuck with the other 10mm bolt, which removed that pretty easily straight away for me, but in your case it probably won't. So what you're gonna have to do is remove the 10mm socket in bay 1 and 3 for the spark plug coil packs, and that's looking at it from a front view obviously. Doesn't matter which region you're in, these are all applied and done the same. Doesn't matter if you're right hand drive, left hand drive, whatever, regardless region you're in. So the best thing to do is to remove it. There is a plug, so the best thing to do is pull it up, pull the plug out, and then you can pull out the coil pack. So it's probably a good time to have a look at your coil packs to see if there's any physical damages or if anything has happened to them during the time and during its life, because sometimes they can get neglected. So what we want to do now is obviously put the ratchet in. We just want to crack it open a little bit, and then what we want to do is unscrew it all the way out now. So again, it is recommended to change the spark plugs every few thousand kilometers or miles, depending on your vehicle and how well you use it. A good rule of thumb is anywhere between 5 to 10,000 during your second service. So as mentioned, using a hose, it pulls out straight away. But as you can see with this car, it has been neglected quite a bit, and the spark plugs are already rusted, so it definitely was a good time for me to change them as well. I've got a new NGK spark plug that we're going to be putting in today. So because of obviously COVID, there was obviously a little bit of shortage on them, and you can see there's obviously the model there that I've given to you guys. So if you guys are looking for it, well, at least within Australia, that's the model number. And then the best way to put it back in is to use the same hose, pop it down, screw it in, and then once it's screwed in, you want to use the socket to tighten it all the way through. You can obviously, if you don't want to get it through, you can drop it in, but obviously by dropping it, it does give obviously the impact of the actual coil at the bottom of it, which can cause damage, and obviously make it not last very long. So all you want to do is obviously screw it all the way back in. Personally, you can obviously do it according to torque and spec. Personally, I've owned a few, a Honda Accord Euros and K24 motors in my time. Personally, I just do them hand tight because it's something that obviously can come on and off majority of the times, and usually the spark plugs don't remove anyway. So once you've done that, you obviously just want to plug the cable back into the coil pack and obviously push it straight back down, and then you should be good. So all we want to do now is rinse and repeat of the other ones as well. So same thing, pull them up, pull the plugs out, and then unscrew them again. So we're just going to fast forward this bit, and once we've done all this, just to give you guys the idea, we'll move forward. So guys, this should not take very long. Should probably take about 10 to 15 minutes at most if you know what you're doing and you have the right tools. But besides that, it should be pretty good to do. So we're just on to the last one now, and we're just going to screw it all on. So now all we need to do is, once you've done that, we just need to put the 4 screws in to hold the coil packs in again, and then you want to put the spark plug cover back on top. and then you're pretty much done. So guys, that is the most simplest, easiest DIY that you guys can see at a POV point of view. Again guys, if you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up so other people can see it on YouTube for the near future. Hope everyone's staying safe, and if you guys want to check out my other reviews, have a look at my next videos.